Brrrr, fuck nigga, and it's like that. Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time. We finna get in the mix like Twix, and we finna see what's up with this nigga Tim Allen. Tim Allen, if you don't know, is the nigga that plays Santa Claus, Home Improvement, and all that other shit. What we didn't know is that he used to be a drug dealer. So we finna see what's up with that, because I keep saying that society be quick to give white people chances, or the white man chances, before they give a black man a chance. And it ain't just white people, it's just that society as a whole. It don't matter if you black, white, Mexican, whatever. You'll be quicker to give a white man a chance before you give a black man a chance, or anything else outside of that matter, because that's what you mentally trust in. No matter what your race is, just know that's what you move on.
Y'all don't know, Tim Allen snitched on a lot of people to avoid a lot of jail time. Look at this, look at his mustache.
Look at this. He's like, yo.
That's a snitch mustache.
Damn,
right,
he's like, yo, he's smiling. He's like, yo, y'all all going to jail.
Tim Allen gave my name to the feds in 1978.
You served time in prison, didn't you?
Good, bring that up. Yes, I did. What about it?
For something about 650 grams of cocaine you were found with or something?
Jesus, yes.
Tim Allen, born Tim Allen Dick, was born on June 13th, 1953 in Denver, Colorado.
Tim Allen Dick. White people in these fucking names, bro.
He had a normal middle-class upbringing, and he attended Ernest W. Seaholm High School in Birmingham, Michigan, where he discovered his passion for comedy and performing. After high school, he enrolled at Western Michigan University, where he studied television production and earned a degree in communication. During his college years, Allen began experimenting with stand-up comedy, performing at local clubs. During this time, he also turned to a life of crime to get money, to pay his bills, and help fund his career. Before he ever got the role as Santa Claus, he played in a different type of snow. He sold cocaine. He mostly sold cocaine on campus to college kids in Kalamazoo on the west side during the hippie days of the 1970s. His days as a drug dealer would come to an end when he was busted at the Kalamazoo airport with over a pound of cocaine in his duffel bag on October 2nd, 1978. With the 650 lifer law in effect at that time, he was looking at life in prison without parole.
Life!
The 650 lifer law was overturned in 1998, but that same law kept white boy Rick, an undercover drug informant turned drug dealer, in jail for over 30 years.
White boy Rick is released from a Florida halfway house.
Tonight, we are speaking exclusively with his fiancée about Rick Wershe Jr. being a free man for the first time in more than 32 years. His saga started back in 1983 when he became the youngest FBI informant in history at the age of 14. In 1987, he was arrested for possessing cocaine and sentenced to life in prison in 1988.
Wershe Jr. was released from a Michigan prison in 2017, then sent to a Florida halfway house.
Looking at life in prison, Allen chose to work with the feds to get a lighter sentence.
Name, Père Noel. Babo, Holly, Pères Nicole.
He told everything he knew, which led to...
Man, I keep saying this. Don't nobody want to do no fucking time. Don't nobody want to be in jail, nigga. You the only one that want to be in jail. Niggas is the only ones that want to be in jail. Everybody want to be in the crime world, but only niggas want to go to jail. Only niggas think it's cool to go to jail, be in jail, survive in jail, and live in jail, and all that goof ass shit. Don't nobody want to go to jail, bro. He with a pound of cocaine, bro. That nigga don't want to go to jail. I can just imagine who he got the pound from. I know they'll smoke his ass if they found out he was snitching with his little white suburban ass.
24 narco bust. He served just over 2 years in prison at a federal correction institute in Sandstone, Minnesota, but got paroled in 1981 for his cooperation. In other words, snitching. He told on so many people that they even made a parody portraying the people that he snitched on.
Tim Allen gave my name to the feds in 1978. He did just over 2 years for drug trafficking. I did 30. Those first years locked up, I was in a dark place. I wanted to hurt Tim the Rat Allen.
Every day was a struggle to stay alive, to stay sane, all because Tim Allen ratted me out. Home Improvement got me through it all. I was consumed by rage. I wanted Tim Allen dead. Then I watched Home Improvement. I understood. Tim Allen had to rat us out. He had to do it to become the tool man. And I thank God he did.
If Tim Allen didn't create Home Improvement, I never would have survived Tim Allen sending me to maximum security prison.
Okay, I want to say this right quick for these niggas doing this little comedy thing. For one, this ain't funny, nigga, because niggas doing time is not fucking funny. Niggas going to jail for you doing a crime and you telling on them is not fucking funny, bitch ass nigga. nigga, it's really not. And then it's worse because, bitch, you just went on to have $1 billion career on these hoe ass niggas, and you just out here stunting like it ain't happened to these niggas. These niggas is if I don't know, I ain't gonna say because I don't know who the fuck he was dealing with, but he's white. I'm quite sure he was dealing with some niggas that were like had some shit. I highly doubt if he was dealing with some regular ass people.
You spend a lot of time by yourself in prison. It's up to you how you use it. You can dwell on your hatred of Tim Dennis did at Allen, or you can move on like Al Borland did each time his clothes got sucked off by a snowblower on reverse.
When the tool man bonked his nuts, he gave me a path to follow. Tim the traitor Allen put me away, but Tim the tool man Taylor showed me the way.
One day, a guard tells me I have a special visitor. It's Tim. Hey, FBI, Dennis sells drugs. Allen himself. I was shocked. What was I gonna say to him? Did he come to apologize? Explain himself? What he said, I'll never forget. He said, as someone who wouldn't have made it out of prison without home improvement, that was so special. Of course, I forgive Tim Allen.
Tim normally does not talk publicly about his time in prison, but he opened up a little while on Mark Maron podcast, WTF with Mark Maron, and this is what he had to say.
You were heading into a life of crime?
Yeah, I didn't realize that's what I was doing. You know, it went, you get into it, it's like I relate to those movies where all of a sudden you turn around and go, am I going to be doing this the rest of my life?
How the fuck do you not know you got into a life of crime? Like, once you do a crime, nigga, that's the life. You're in the life once you do one crime. That's the life of crime. And then you continuously do it. If you continue to do it, you're in the life of crime. That's your life right now. If you continuing to do it, dumbass. People be saying the most dumbest of shit.
It's a terribly stressful existence.
What crime?
Drugs.
Yeah, but you were drinking and drugging at the time too.
Well, I did. It's odd that movie Scarface.
Yeah,
did everything that he said. Don't get greedy and don't do your own stuff.
Right, and you did both.
That was the two things he said.
Yeah.
And remember, he was meet my little friend. I didn't have a machine gun, but I eventually succumbed to it, where I was getting greedy and I was doing my own stuff.
I want to pause this right quick because I really want to say this. If you look back then, a lot of drug dealers from back then, now I'm seeing he white, but a lot of the black people said this on Paid in Full and all that. They be saying he was inspired by Scarface. When Scarface came out, they started getting into it. See, this is what I'm saying. Art imitates life and life imitates art all the motherfucking time. So when people are out there trying to be creative, and then you got the next nigga out there, the next dumbass, taking something and just turning it into some other shit because mentally they taking your art and turning it into what they want to see it as and perceiving it for what they want to perceive it for. It's like getting advice from somebody. You only gonna take in what you want to take in and not the whole shebang. The whole shebang of Scarface is to show you that Scarface didn't make it out that bitch.
I don't say this lightly, and anybody who's been incarcerated, it's surprising what the human being will get used to.
Yeah.
And eventually, after 8 months, I got used to it. There was okay times.
We all heard the saying, snitching get you stitches, but in Tim Allen's case, snitching got him riches. Following his release, Allen made a commitment to turn his life around, and he moved to Los Angeles to pursue his dream. He began performing stand-up comedy again, eventually catching the attention of talent scouts, and landed various TV appearances. This led to his breakthrough role on the sitcom Home Improvement as Tim the Two-Man Taylor, which launched his career.
Black man couldn't have did that Hitler shit on TV. I'm gonna just say no other race could have did that Hitler shit on TV. Only white people could do that Hitler shit on TV. All that neo-Nazi shit he just did, that's some Hitler shit, bro. They would never let us do that shit on TV, bro. They would never let us do that shit on TV, bro. And I'm going back to show that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I used to fuck with Home Improvement when I was a shorty. When it used to be on. The thing with Tim Allen is, my whole thing is, do you know how many motherfuckers you gotta snitch on to avoid a life sentence, my nigga, with the federal government, my nigga? Do you know how many motherfuckers you gotta tattletale on, nigga?
Allen has appeared in various films, including The Santa Claus, Galaxy Quest, and Wild Hogs. He also has performed voiceover work for animated films like Toy Story, where he voiced the character Buzz Lightyear.
To infinity
infinity and beyond.
He has received several awards and nominations for his performances, and he is a beloved figure in the entertainment.
I'm gonna stop this right here. Fuck it. Anyway, because this shit over with. I really want to say this. I don't want to necessarily make this about race more, so I don't want to make this about prejudice. One of the main things is this man was able to get a second chance. And in life, a lot of people do not get a second chance, okay? And this is a serious ass second chance because he done made millions off this shit. But this is a second chance very rare to people. And it's so surprising to see him have such a first chance and he do what he did. See what I'm saying? Especially back then in that era. You know how many drug dealers did not even get like a half of a second chance of freedom, nigga? They just showed you White Boy Rick was in jail for like over 30 years. 2 years passed when the law actually got thrown out for him to be freed. These motherfuckers, and then I don't know who Tim Allen was involved in or with. The thing is, do you know how many motherfuckers you gotta tell on to get rid of a life sentence, my nigga? Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck y'all want to. Fuck with your boy. I'm gonna leave the link in the description and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as Tim Allen go, he my nigga, but shit, I don't know how the fuck y'all covered this up for so long. Like, this is serious. These niggas is tripping. He got caught with a whole brick, bro. You know how hard it is to get to a brick? And this nigga got caught with a brick and still didn't really do nothing but 2 years in jail, bro. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm out. We gone. Peace. Fuck you talking about.
Gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. This next is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be